In this lesson, I want to show you how I shape the pitch of a sample using Quick Sampler's pitch controls. These controls are right below the waveform, and they give me a lot of flexibility, from simple tuning adjustments to more creative pitch movements over time. Let's break it down. First, I use the chorus knob to shift the pitch up or down in semitone steps. For example, if I want the sample 1 octave higher, I just turn it up by 12. Then there is the fine knob, which adjusts pitch in cents. That's tiny steps, 1/100th of a semitone. I use this when I want to make subtle tuning tweaks or detune a sample slightly to create a thicker sound when layering. Next is the glide knob. I love this one for smooth transitions between notes. When I turn up glide, the pitch doesn't jump instantly from one note to another, it slides. I use it a lot for bass lines or lead synth to give them that flowing, gliding feel. It works best when I play notes legato, one after the other, without releasing the key. There is also a key tracking button, which I switch on or off depending on what I want. When it's on, the sample pitch follows the key I play. The higher keys play faster and the sample sounds higher pitched. When it's off, no matter which key I hit, the sample plays back at the original pitch. I usually keep this off for drum one-shots or vocal chops that I want to sound the same on every key. The band range in the pitch menu sets how far the pitch will shift when you use pitch bend via MIDI controller's pitch bend wheel or automation. For example, if you set the bend range to 2, moving the pitch bend wheel all the way up will raise the pitch by 2 semitones, a whole step, and moving it all the way down will lower it by 2 semitones. Set it to 12 and the pitch bend will shift a full octave up or down. It basically defines the maximum pitch deviation in either direction from the original note. Then comes the pitch envelope section. This is where I control how pitch changes over time. The env depth controls how much the envelope affects the pitch. When I turn it up, I can get dramatic pitch movements. The actual movement depends on the shape I draw in the envelope display. For example, if I want a quick rise, then drop in pitch, like a classic laser effect, I use sharp attack and fast decay. The envelope type gives me control over how that motion happens. Let's look at a simple AD envelope, which stands for attack and decay. In this mode, there is no sustain and no release, just 2 stages that shape the beginning of your sound's pitch movement. I set the pitch envelope amount to plus 350 cents. That means the pitch will start 350 cents higher than the original sample. Then I set the attack to around 50 milliseconds. This controls how quickly the pitch rises from the original value up to that 350 cents. It's a short glide upward, not instant, so it feels smoother. Next, I set the decay to about 300 milliseconds. This controls how quickly the pitch falls back to the original note after the attack phase. Since we are in AD mode, once it reaches the end of the decay phase, the pitch just stays there. There is no sustain to hold it or release to fade it out. The movement is fast, snappy, and it's over quickly. In this way, I get a nice little upward swoop at the start of the note, a kind of glide or pitch bend that gives the sound some personality. It's perfect for things like percussive hits, plugs, or sound effects, where you want just a little motion right at the start. You can flip it around too. Set the amount to minus 500 cents. And now the pitch starts slightly lower and then snaps back up to normal. Let me adjust the attack. The beauty of the AD envelope is its simplicity. It shapes only the very start of the note, giving it character without getting in the way of the rest of the sound. Lastly, the well slider lets me link pitch movement to how hard I hit the keys. At 0%, the pitch envelope is always the same. At 100%, it reacts to my playing. Softer notes might barely move in pitch, while harder hits make the envelope go full range. All of these pitch controls help me go beyond just tuning. They let me add emotion, dynamics, and shape to my samples. Whether it's subtle detuning, dramatic drop, or gliding transition. This is where I start making a static sample feel alive.